Hi, I'm Laura and welcome to the Tarot Genie for this week's lesson in the cards of the tarot. Today I'm going to talk with you about the Eight of Wands. The Eight of Wands is one of those cards in the tarot, in the minor arcana, that puzzled me for, I guess, several years. These 8 wands hurtling through the air with no people, no animals, no living creatures in the particular image just threw me off. I never really knew what to make of it. Well, I will say today, just to jump right in, one is that the 8, numerologically, is the number of power. So it's associated with strength, power, vitality. It's 4 times 2, 2 times 4, structure. So we get this sense of a solid foundation, a strength behind the number. And in the Eight of Wands, what we have here, as you can see, you've got the 8 wands hurtling through the air, and then we've got this bucolic countryside in the background. But the sky is clear, it's blue, so that suggests the idea of clarity. There's not a lot of since there are no clouds, there doesn't appear to be confusion exactly. We just get here, if you gaze on this image, this strong sense of movement forward. Energy, vitality, speed, action. And the wands, of course, are associated with passion, that fire energy. And as you can tell here, there are buds on each of these wands. What's interesting too, what I found in this particular image is, if you look at it closely, or even not so closely, but the wands are in have different lengths. I mean, we can't tell whether actually if they're different lengths, but at least in the image that we see, we only see parts of this wand is shorter than the rest. So that suggests, for me at least, the idea of diversity. And the wands themselves, often this card is associated with messages, getting a lot of communications. And also, because we have that sense of speed and hurtling through the air, if you are asking a question about travel, for example, or someone was contemplating travel, this could suggest, yes, indeed, that the person is going to travel and by air, etc. And some other key concepts associated with this is just that whole sense of vitality, energy, speed, flow, because we also have that, if you see that river, now it looks to be pretty calm, so it kind of offsets in a way this image of those wands hurtling through the air. At the same time, though, it does suggest movement. So this card, this image is all about movement forward. So if you were asking a question and this card came up, depending on its position in the spread, it would convey the idea of movement forward, progress. And let me make sure I always have my notes just in case, because I want to make sure I convey all the key concepts here. Oh, the other key thing is the green hillside. That also suggests an elevation of perspective. That's in the background, so there's that idea of an elevated perspective. And so you get that too, the image of being up in the air too with these wands. And overall, it's that high energy, velocity, speed, movement, elevation, messages sent, progress. Now, if this card were to appear reversed in a tarot spread, it could suggest a number of things. Now, the first, if you're talking about the absolute reversal, it could suggest a delay, something stopped in its tracks, something slowing down, spinning wheels, moving and getting nowhere in one place. All those could be possibilities. Or it could be that there's a lot of internal communication going on and that your thoughts are speeding up or flowing or just going so fast that you just can't even keep track of them. Those type of concepts could also be associated with the Eight of Wands if it's reversed. Overall, this image and this particular card is associated with a powerful energy, speed, action, movement, travel. The song that came to mind, well, I have a couple to suggest, but the first song, and then once again I'm dating myself, but I can't help my age, is a song called Ride Like the Wind by Christopher Cross. I think it came out in the late 70s, maybe early 80s. That's a good song, so I'll have a link to that. Another song is also called The Minute, or maybe it's the Minute Waltz by Chopin. It's a very speedy, high intensity piano piece. And that's only a couple minutes. So I suggest listening to that as well. And because the Wands is all about communication, the book that I have on my to read list, which I haven't read, but I've heard lots of positive things about it. In fact, it was mentioned in a Toastmaster meeting this past week by one of my former colleagues. And it's called Crucial Conversations by Carrie Patterson. And it's all about communicating effectively and communicating well and effectively when the situation is very challenging during difficult times. So check that out. Check out the videos. And just remember, until next time, illumine your mind, inspire your life with tarot.